Refugees making the long and often dangerous journey from their homes in Afghanistan to the United States are beginning to settle in communities around the country and here in Vermont. Burlington, Brattleboro, and now Bennington are some of the places where these new Vermonters will be calling their new home. We had a chance to meet up with one of the new arrivals in Bennington recently. We can't use his name or show his face for security reasons. This new neighbor is a journalist whose work appeared on Afghan television and Radio Free Europe. His stories ranged widely, from ones dealing with the conflict in Afghanistan to climate change. He's hoping to resume his career here in the U.S.
By the name of Allah, when I was in Afghanistan for 12 years, I was a journalist. I worked in different media in Afghanistan, but I worked there for 12 years. After the Taliban can take the control of Afghanistan and they occupy Afghanistan, after that we decided to leave Afghanistan with my family.
He and his family are among the first of the refugees from Afghanistan to arrive in Bennington after a long journey from his native country that saw him and his family travel through Pakistan, to Qatar, on the Persian Gulf, to New Jersey, and then to Brattleboro, before finally settling in an apartment in Bennington. His wife and two small children made the journey with him.
As you know, for example, if some people become refugee and leave their family, it is very difficult because my family, my father, brother, sister, all of my family are in Afghanistan, and also you know the situation in Afghanistan. It is a little bad, and also the economic situation it is very bad, and also we are very concerned about them. But right now we came here, we started a new life here, and also we are very happy because we are safe here. Also, my family sometimes they called us and also they ask about my situation, and also they know we are in USA. Yeah, but right now we started English course, so we decided to learn English after that.
His native language is Dari, one of the main dialects in Afghanistan, and learning English is one of his top priorities at the moment. But he's already come a long way. We had a chance to talk with him in Bennington recently, in his apartment, and walking along one of the streets of his new home, about how it's all going. His previous work was of high quality, and we'll look forward to seeing what he'll be producing as he restarts his work and adjusts to a very different place.
I like to work here as a journalist here, and also, but I think English is very important. Right now we try to learn English, but I hope in the future, in the near future, I can find a job in local media or national media in Vermont to work as a journalist here. Yeah, include of this, I want to study high school, maybe education or for mastery. And also my family started two different courses here. One is for lesson driving here. During 1 week, 2 days a week, we studied about the traffic light, about the traffic law, and also maybe in the future we can take a license, me and my wife. And also 2 days a week we studied English course in a church in Bennington. Right now the kids are at home. Maybe if we got one in the next week on Monday, maybe they will go on school and what was Head to Start school. And also we are very happy because maybe they can learn different things. At first maybe they learn English or the lesson like this. Right now my life is very good, and also we are very happy. The people in Bennington also all the time they help us. For example, if you find some different problems like shopping, health, medical, different things, there is a lot of people as a volunteer, and also they make a WhatsApp group every time they help us. For example, sometimes if you need it for go to mosque for pray, and also they become ready the cars and we go the mosque. Every everything here is okay, and also we are very happy. We appreciate from the USA people.
We also had the chance to catch up with Thomas Huddleston, the co-sponsorship manager for the Ethiopian Community Development Council, or ECDC, which has been facilitating the arrival and settling of the new Vermonters.
No, here in southern Vermont, we're on target to have probably a little under 100 new Afghan neighbors. In total, around 20 families. So most people are living in families with kids, most of whom are under the age of 10, a good number of babies and toddlers. And then we have around 20 unaccompanied men and 5 unaccompanied women. Most of them have had to leave their spouse or their children behind. Some of them were not married because they're in their 20s. Maybe they were in the Afghan army, or maybe they were a young woman studying at university. So we have a lot of young working age families and individuals who are still suffering the stress of being separated from many of the people they love, but are really eager to move on with their lives, to get settled here permanently in our local areas. Most of them will probably be settled in Brattleboro, but 4 to 5 families over in Bennington, 2 families up in Billows Falls, Rockingham, maybe a family here or there, depending on where they get jobs. They're all eager to work and rebuild their lives again here in southern Vermont. Many of these people will qualify for the special immigrant visa, which gives you that path to becoming a new American citizen, and others are going to have to be applying for asylum, and we are going to be also supporting them in that process. But both the special immigrant visa holders and the asylum seekers are first and foremost thinking about, how can I make sure that my family is safe? How can I reunite with my family? Because without your family there, you have so much stress and so much pressure that takes you away from being able to invest in your new home and feeling like that's home. If you're constantly worried that your family members back in Afghanistan are threatened by hunger, are threatened by violence from the Taliban, it's very hard to then put in all of that effort that you have to go through in a new society that you didn't choose. So first and foremost, they're asking themselves, what can you do to help me reunite my family? And everyone should tell their congressmen and senators to support the Afghan Adjustment Act that would give an automatic path to green cards and citizenship for all of our new Afghan neighbors.
For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.